Welcome to my last podcast. Let's get into it. Today is the Tuesday episode. All right. We have a good episode for you guys. It's good. We have a good thread for you. This one is a bit interesting. It is, what was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? All right. So let's see what stupid shit you guys as partners have been saying out in these streets. Okay. He insisted that Spain was in South America because they spoke Spanish.
Bruh.
I mean, you know, at least he got the language that they speak correctly. You know what I mean? At least he got that right, you know? It's like, bro, they speak Spanish in a lot of parts of the world. You know that, right? Like, they don't just speak it in South America. Come on, man. Like, goddamn. But, you know, geography is very lost on a lot of people. I told him I had to leave in an hour and a half. He told me that was oddly specific, and I should have rounded up to 2 hours instead of 1 hour and 50 minutes. I clarified that I had to leave in an hour. Oh, okay. Okay, so that context actually matters. Okay, so let me read it over again so that way it makes sense. I told him I had to leave in 1.5 hours. He told me that was oddly specific and I should have just rounded it up to 2 hours instead of 1 hour and 50 minutes. I clarified that I had to leave in an hour 30 minutes and he said, that's actually 1.3 hours. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? I get the logic behind it 100%. I get the logic behind it, but that's just not how that works. Oh my God. That's funny. All right. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? When he asked my grandmother if she'd ever had children.
Bruh.
Like, bruh, come on, man. Oh, of course. Oh, my God. That's crazy. He said, Grandma, you're so awesome. Have you ever had kids? Like, what? I would have loved to seen Grandma's face. Bruh. She would be looking at that nigga like,
Bruh.
What? That's crazy, bro. Oh my God. All right. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? There's no way the earth spins once a day. If it spun that fast, we would all fly off. This motherfucker, man. God damn it. Bro. Come on, man. Do people not know how night and day cycles work? You know, like, what the fuck is going on here? That must be just so lost on people. Like, bro, like 1 day is an entire rotation of the earth. 1 year is an entire rotation around the sun. Like, how do people not know this shit? Like, what the fuck is going on here? God damn, like, open up a goddamn book, man. You know, Jesus Christ. Ay. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? She seemed to be confused about the difference between flamingos and penguins. But how in the hell do you get flamingos and penguins? Bruh, they don't even look alike. They're not even the same color. What the oh my. Okay. Wow. But instead, they weren't real because she'd grown up in Alaska and never seen any. Bitch, you're crazy. That I get growing up in Alaska. You know, you're growing up, you know, in the butt fucking nowhere, freezing your ass off. You know what I mean? You probably don't even think that nighttime exists. Like, let's be honest here. They're like, what? It gets dark? What do you mean? Like, no. There's bright time and then there's dim time. That's it. There's no dark time. The fuck are you guys talking about? You know what I mean? I bet you people from Alaska that go live somewhere else, that shit fucks them up. They're like, yo, why is it so damn dark? What the? You guys deal with this all the time? What the fuck is this? Because in Alaska, it doesn't get dark in Alaska. Ever. There's maybe like 1 or 2 months out of the year where it actually gets dark. And even then, it's not even that dark. It's like sunset. You know, that shit's wild to me. Look that shit up. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Imagine just living in a sunset for like damn near, I wouldn't say 12 hours. I don't think it's that long. I think it's maybe like 6 or 7. But that shit's wild. Just imagine having a sunset just for fucking 6-7 hours. Those people, you know how we look at sunsets, because we get sunsets for like mere minutes. They look at a sunset and they're just like, the fuck are you so happy about? Like, we see this for hours at a time, man. What the fuck is this shit? And you're over here just like, oh my god, the sunset. And they're like, you a weird ass motherfucker. So I get it, but I don't understand the whole flamingos and penguins thing like that. How do you get those mixed up? You know what I mean? Penguins are like the midgets of the bird world, and then the flamingos are the basketball players of the bird world. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? You can't conflate the two. And that's wild. You know, that's like looking at a black midget and be like, yo, it's LeBron. Oh my god. All right, on to our next one. What's your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? I was having bad cramps and took an Advil. My ex told me I shouldn't take them because it's a gazebo. What the fuck? He said it's a gazebo is crazy. Oh my god, bro. This nigga said it's a gazebo. Oh shit, man. God leave, dude. I get it. He might have just slipped of the tongue, but God, that's funny. Oh, he said, babe, nah, what are you taking that for? That's a gazebo, man. Like, all right, on to our next one. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? What kind of bird is a ham?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Come on, bruh. Come on, man. This nigga said, what kind of bird is a ham? That's wild, bruh. Come on, man. Like, how do you not know that ham is a pig, bro? How do you what the fuck is going on here? I swear some people, they go through school and they get by on a barely passing grade, and then the school district's just like, man, I don't want to deal with this dumb nigga. Send his ass through. I feel like that's our school system. It's just send this motherfucker through. We don't want to deal with him no more. That's crazy. Y'all niggas need to open a book, bro. God, what is your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? How do oil companies know where to build gas stations? She thought that there was a gas bubble underground that they would tap into and run a line straight to the pump. She was working for Chevron. Oh my God. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, I probably thought the same thing. I never knew where gas came from. I thought it just magically, it just came out the nozzle, and that's what it was, because that's all I saw. Obviously until later on you figure out, there's tanks underground, and they take the gas and transport it and fill the tank, and that's what fills the pump, and you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie to you, that I probably, but to be a grown ass adult and thinking that is crazy. If you're a kid, okay, understandable. But this is a grown-ass woman over here talking about, how do they know? How do they just, know where the gas bubbles are? That is so cool. And it never runs out. That's the crazy part about it. It's just like, wait a minute. If they're tapping into something in the ground, don't you think it would run out eventually? And then they would have to, close down the Chevron where you work, Yeah, wouldn't you think that would happen? But, I guess, a lot of girls lack critical thinking, so that probably didn't cross her mind. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? He was putting chicken directly on the racks in his oven to cook, despite juices dripping down and smoking. Oh, bro. No, that's not what you gotta put it in a tray, my guy. This man just took the chicken and just threw it in the oven. And he just let it, oh, bruh. Oh, man, I bet he was just like, oh, shit, my chicken's burning. Yeah, because you're seeing all this smoke. And then he pulls it out and he's like, it's not cooked. What the fuck? Oh, man, cooking ain't for everybody. But, see, look, okay. Nah, I shouldn't say that. Cooking is for everybody. I think people rarely underestimate the power of this thing right here. This thing right here. This thing right here can answer every single question that you have. All right? Now, are there some things it can't answer 100%? Is there sometimes it's wrong? Sure. Depending, on the sources you decide to use. But for the most part, when it comes to cooking, when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to fixing your car, when it comes to, working out and exercising, when it comes to eating right and recipes and all that kind of stuff, this motherfucking thing right here, your cell phone, will tell you a lot. It is so crazy to me when I used to work in retail, when I used to work behind the meat counter, there were so many people that would come up to us and be like, is this a good cut of meat? Does this have marble on it? And I'm like, nigga, you know that you could have Google searched this 5 minutes. Probably not even that. Probably 30, 40 seconds. You could Google it. Ask that question in Google, and it would give you some kind of answer. It would let you know what steak cut is the best for the grill or for the oven or for a skillet. Like, dude, it blows my mind to no degree how grown-ass people don't understand that Google can answer majority of your questions. I would say 85% of the shit that you want to know, Google's got an answer. And now they even have the Gemini AI shit built into it. So if you instinctively ask a question, the AI Gemini thing will come up with an answer for you. It will scour the internet for you. It's wild to me, man. You guys have all, like back in my day, let me go ahead and whip out the bifocals and the cane here, because back in my day, Google was used for fucking games and YouTube. Google wasn't shit, man. And occasionally, enter in your MySpace. Like, Google was not what it is today. Back in the day, Google, you'd go on to Google, to check your email, to play the little math games, to go to AOL chat rooms, and you'd be on your MySpace. That was Google. That's what you use Google for. I remember I used to be in the family room on the computer, and I'd just go to YouTube and I'd be looking at videos, and I didn't have an email, but I had a MySpace, and I'd be on my MySpace, changing up my top friends and shit, like that was Google back in your boy day. Now Google is fucking crazy. And it's baffling to me how kids aren't actually smarter. It's like, you guys have the fucking technology. Like, what the hell? Because school ain't teaching you shit. Let's be real here. Let's keep that hundo P. School ain't teaching you shit. And it's like, and then on top of that, like back in my day, YouTube was just funny fucking videos. That's all it was. YouTube was just people falling over shit, people throwing up, and kids getting hit with balls, and their dads, getting hit in the balls by baseball bats and shit like that. It was just funny stuff and cat videos. That's what YouTube was back in the day. YouTube now is an information hub. YouTube now is its own browser at that point. You can look up anything on YouTube. You can, anything you want to know, anything you want to see, it's on YouTube. And so it's like, how the fuck are you kids not smarter? Wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. Goddamn, man. All right, what was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? She had a new telescope and thought it would be really cute to check out the stars after a date one night. I don't remember the full conversation, but at some point, I joked about us being stuck together on this giant ball in space. She looked through the telescope again and said, "So you believe that, huh?" I just stared at her blankly because I was afraid of the question going any further. Anyways, happy to share that we didn't last long, but did you guys know that there's totally like a lot of evidence that our planet is probably not round? There isn't evidence that our planet is not round. There's a lot of evidence that says it is round. You guys are you get your flat earth propaganda out of here, man. All right, the earth is round. It's been round. It'll always be round. Like, get the fuck out of here, Christopher Columbus. All right, y'all need to get this 1700s thought out of your head. All right, that was 1700s math. All right, let's use some 2020 math. Let's use some 21st century math, because that 17th century shit, it's old, bruh. It's old. Columbus found out that the earth was round a long time ago. That nigga thought, oh, if I go that way, I'm going to show up on the other side and be on India. You know, like that's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to work. But it didn't. That nigga found some Native Americans, you know, and he was busting nuts in them chicks. You know, like, come on, man. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. It's ridiculous. And then the fact that, like, what does she think stars are then? That's what I would have asked her. I'd have been like, wait, what do you mean? What do you think stars are? You know, I would love to know that. Like, what do you think stars are? Because obviously we understand stars as our sun. You know, like, our sun is a star within, you know, the I don't want to say universe, but in space, our star is the sun. And when we go look out at other stars, those are other solar systems. That's how we understand it, you know. So I'm like, what does she think stars are? You know, like, huh? All right, hey, you know. Okay. What was your "I'm dating a fucking idiot" moment? Asked me to use smaller words. I used the word demographic.
Bruh.
Okay. All right, man. Come on, man. Like, oh, shit. Honestly, there's no way I could date a girl who is just like, she can't use the modern language. You don't understand English. It's like, I'm sorry, you know, like, if you're a sling kind of girl and you're just like, you're into the whole short lingo and all that, nah, I can't date you. I would feel like, nah, I wouldn't feel like too smart or nothing like that. It would just be frustrating to try to talk to you because I'm trying to explain something. Like, say you wanted me to explain something and I explain it to you and then you're like, huh? That shit is, no, I couldn't do that. That would be so frustrating. And I'm not that smart of a guy, but it's one of those things where it's just like, have some kind of intellect, you know, just a little bit, just a teensy bit, you know. And I get it. Sometimes, you know, girls, they like to date a smart guy because, you know, it stimulates their mind and, you know, they learn new things and stuff like that. 100% understand that. But at the same time, it's just like, when you have no want to learn that stuff and then you're just kind of just like, huh? It's just like, oh God. But I digress. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more. Okay, what was your "I'm dating a fucking idiot" moment? Partner once said the earth is getting lighter because we mine materials out of the ground. Okay, I get the logic there. You know what I mean? I get the logic there. But if I'm being honest with you, we're only really mining the very thin surface that is the entire planet. Like, people kind of underestimate how big Earth really is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, when you've seen the diagrams, you know, in like science class and stuff like that, of like the different layers. Like, for us, we've only been on the very thin part of it. We ain't even touched, the larger parts of it, leading down to the core and stuff like that. Like, bro, we're like that much, just a little bit. The crust that we have explored is very minuscule compared to the depths of the actual Earth. Like, bruh, I get the logic, but at the same time, it's like,
Wrong.
It's so, yeah. I don't know about that one there, buddy. All right. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? I opened a drawer in my bathroom and noticed a bunch of Q-tips scattered all over my hairbrush, towels, etc. When I asked him about it, he said he dumped all of my Q-tips out and threw away the box they came in to help me save space in the drawer. What? That doesn't... Wait. Again, I get the logic, but at the same time, it's like now my Q-tips are all over the fucking place and some of them are dirty and all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, you shouldn't be sticking Q-tips in your ear anyway, I learned that the hard way. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, that fucking sucked. Trust me, you'll stop using Q-tips in your ear once you pack earwax into the back of your ear, and it feels like there's just a muteness in your ear the entire time, and then you go see a doctor about it and they're just like, yeah, so you've been using Q-tips, and what you've been doing is you've been packing earwax into the back of your ear, and now there's just wax around your eardrum. Trust me, I've done that. It fucking sucks. That shit sucks. I was like, oh man, they had to get this like high-powered water gun and shoot it in my ear. Oh, that was the best feeling ever. When it popped out, I was like, oh, thank God. But all right. I guess so. This one's going to be our last one. What was your I'm dating a fucking idiot moment? I mentioned that I loved stargazing on campus trips because it would actually get dark enough to see the Milky Way. Apparently, I was lying to him as it's impossible to see the Milky Way since we're in it. Same dude also refused to believe that huckleberries existed. Again, this came up when I was talking about picking and eating huckleberries on a hike. I ain't gonna lie, I used to think huckleberries were a lie too, but then I got so proven wrong, and I was like, yo, these motherfuckers exist! And they're actually pretty good to eat, like, on their own, if I'm being honest with you. Fun fact. Again, this came up when I was talking about picking and eating huckleberries on a hike. He had to interrupt me to tell me that I was wrong because huckleberries were made up. Everyone says dumb things sometimes. What was remarkable was how confident he went out of his way to convince me I was wrongly, and then got upset at me for bickering when I didn't immediately agree that something I'd been looking at or eating for most of my life was in my imagination. Yeah, bro. And the whole Milky Way thing is like, yeah, technically, you can see it because we're in it. like that's the point. Like that's why we can see it. We can look up in the sky and we can see the Milky Way because we are in it. Like, my guy, what the fuck? If we weren't in it, then we couldn't just look up and see it. Like, come on, man. Hey, I swear to God, man, y'all niggas need to listen to some Neil deGrasse Tyson, bruh. Y'all really need to educate yourselves. This is crazy. Hey, goddamn. Like, I love astronomy and space and planets and all that kind of stuff. That shit is mad interesting and it's mad cool to learn about. And a lot of people, they have some theories, man. Woo, they have some theories. Like, some people think the sun is just a government light, and the stars are they're fake and they're just put up there on purpose. Like, some people think space doesn't exist. There are some people who believe that, out of all the planets in our solar system, ours is the only one that's flat. Like, bro, y'all niggas are just wild sometimes. Jesus Christ. Open a book, niggas. Jesus. All right, that's going to go ahead and be that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Hope you guys learn something, or like, goddamn, use Google, man. Use Google. Fuck. Stop cooking your chicken without putting it on a tray. Like, what are we doing here? God damn, use Google, y'all. God, Google's an amazing thing. It really is. Golly. It is an amazing thing. All right. That's going to be that thread. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys had a partner who has said some dumb shit, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I'd love to read it. I'm going to hop through announcements. We're going to get through that really quick, and then we're going to get on to our scenario sent in by you lovely peoples, all right? We got some interesting one today, and I'm excited. So, patreon.com/myasshole podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows like these people did today, all right? If you're an audio listener, go ahead and download the podcast, as well as rating us 5 stars. Helps out a lot, and it's faux free. And if it's faux free, then it's faux me. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as the YouTubes. It's all free and it helps out a lot. All right. If you guys want to get caught up on our Thursday episodes, we do Haunting Adeline. We do books of that nature. We did According Thorns and Roses. We did Haunting Adeline Book 1. We're on Haunting Adeline Book 2. After Book 2, we're going to go to another book. And we're just going to keep the train a-rolling. And it's great because that means we can get like close to maybe 3 books done a year, which is really cool and really exciting. And you guys seem to be really liking it. Those are probably my most popular episodes, if I'm being honest with you. So if you guys want to get caught up with that and get caught up where we are in whatever book that we're in, I always have a playlist down in the description for you guys, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify. Okay. I try to keep them updated as much as I possibly can. So definitely get down there, get caught up, and, get ready. All right. Because Thursday is approaching and I'm ready. Your boy is ready and I'm excited. Okay. So, get in there for that. And, yeah, I will, yeah. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get into today's scenarios. All right. Okay. Our first one. Seeking advice after finding messages between my girlfriend and another guy. Please help. Okay. I am a 19-year-old male. I don't know if this should be on this, but this because there was no follow through, only because the other guy knows me and respects me and felt really uncomfortable by her text. But I really needed help. I found text messages between my girlfriend and another guy. The messages asked if he still had a girlfriend, and then she was saying, oh, wait, hold on. The messages asked if, oh yeah, he still had a girlfriend, and then she was saying, if only you knew. She goes on to tell him she's been having really in-depth dreams with great detail, and they feel so real. She also mentions that a friend keeps telling her that they'll see each other at their wedding, and she thinks he should know that. Referencing to the dreams, she says they'll never come true. At least she doesn't think so, and says the dream will keep her satisfied. So she says to him there's only a handful of events that would have to occur in order to make those dreams a reality. After confronting her, she told me the dreams were of them having the smecks. Wow, when I was 13, she was my first girlfriend, and we dated for a year. Then recently, we've been together for a year and a half. This morning, I woke up to her in bed, hugging and kissing me, which I was thankful for because I had a weird nightmare about her cheating on me. Because of how weird it was, I looked at her phone and found those messages within 30 seconds, and then I broke up with her. She was my first everything, and I was hers, and she was also my only of everything, and I've never found another girl that I've been interested in, and I've tried talking to many. Yeah, okay. Found another girl that I've been interested in, and I've tried talking to many. The past year and a half, we have spent basically every second together. For the past 8 months, every time I'm home, we usually sleep together. I have 1,000 photos of us in our photo album, and we were inseparable. An hour before she texted him that I was texting her and said, congratulations, it makes me so happy to be able to be proud of you 24/7. You've accomplished a lot, and that your hard work and your attitude have really paid off. I love you forever, because she had won an award. I've brought her on hiking trips, vacations. I've stayed up late night making her crafts, and she'd like I would edit and put together long videos of us to look back on. I always planned the most elaborate dates and things such as I still have Christmas gifts to give her right now. My favorite was I got her a necklace of the moon and all that. Okay, he's just kind of talking about the relationship, blah, 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 blah. I should mention that we were younger and dated, and we had done some stupid things, like we had sex at a young age. When we broke up, she falsely accused me of rape and then immediately started dating one of my best friends, whom she dated for 2 years. Damn, nigga. I know we were young, but this was really traumatic for me. However, I could just never let go, and she had came back into my life. She approaches me around 2 years ago. It felt so right. Throughout high school, I was so distraught, thinking my dad, who passed away my freshman year of cancer, would never have gotten to meet my future wife. So when she came back, I thought it was meant to be, because my dad met and interacted with her many a times during our middle school relationship, so on and so forth. Okay. She's been begging me to stay all day today, and she really does love and care for me. Is there ever a way that we can end up happy together? I told my family, and I know they would hate her if I brought her back in the future. Are her actions even forgivable? Should I have more respect for myself than to let her come back? I'm just so lost because there were no signs, no signals. We never fought. We were so happy. Please help. I think what it was is that she was just kind of feeling the FOMO kind of thing. You know, she looked at it like, this relationship is great, but I kind of want to experience other things at the same time. I know, because I've kind of dealt with that too. You know what I mean? The last woman that I was dating, that's how it was. You know, I was kind of her first with a lot of things, and it got to a point where she kind of was having a bit of FOMO in some way, and that sucks. It comes out of nowhere, and it's not necessarily what you did wrong. It's not necessarily what she did wrong. It's just more of like, she just kind of gets that feeling, and sometimes they regret it, sometimes they don't, and sometimes, they move on with another person. Sometimes they come back. Personally, I wouldn't let this girl come back if I was you. I would just be like, nah, look, it is what it is, and you rather be with this other guy because you're dreaming about him and this and that, and you're talking to him and stuff, just, hey, nah, it's all good, because that seems to be where you want to be. That seems to be what you want to do, because you're having this fear of missing out on, what's the possibility? What could be? I think that's kind of where she's at in her head. And since she's there, it's like she can't really come back and be back in this space, because it's going to come back. She's going to be back in this relationship with you, and things will be fine for a couple months, maybe a year. And then all of a sudden she's going to get that FOMO again. And, it's just going to start this whole vicious cycle all over again. And it's just not worth it for you. It's not worth it, brother. I'm sorry. And I get it. That's tough. I've had to do that too. You know what I mean? Deleting the photo albums and, moving on. All that is hard as hell, man. It's hard as hell. And you'll never really fully get over it. But you figure it out, and I get it. That was your first, girl, and it was your first everything, and you think, oh my God, the world is exploding, but trust me, man, it's all good. You'll meet other chicks, you'll have other chances, romance. It'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. Trust me. I've been there. I've done it. It sucks. There's a lot of people out there that have been there and done it. It's part of life, man. It's a part of life, and it sucks, but you'll get through it, brother. You get through it. Woo! You let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. The whole accusing of grape thing was kind of crazy, though. That right there would have been a huge red flag to me, because I don't think I would have dated her after something like that. I'm like, girl, the fuck you accused me of raping you. I didn't do all that, but All right, on to our next one. Wife had a 2-year affair. Ooh, that's crazy. All right. Just as the title says, my wife of 6 years, together for 10, had a physical and emotional affair for 2 years that I know of. We have a son who's almost 3, and I'm trying to figure things out. I'm not sure the next step, but want to know if you all have told the other person's spouse. My wife and her affair partner had sex on Mother's Day of 2022. So I feel horrible for the wife of the guy who leaves her to cheat on Mother's Day weekend and sex someone else days after? Is it recommended to tell the other person, or is it not my business, even though this is blowing up my family? Just found this out. It's all still raw and my head isn't necessarily clear. Any advice on speaking with lawyers, approaching cheating wife, telling other spouse, and all in between for divorce is appreciated. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to get you a divorce lawyer. Try to get you the best one you can within your state. Figure that shit out. Definitely leave her, because it's just, there's no point in that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you want to do this for 2 years? That's absolutely crazy. Honestly, as far as telling the dude's wife, don't even. I always tell people this because they want it. I don't know why they feel the need to do that. I look at it like, you deal with your situation, what you guys got going on. All right. As far as that, you don't know how this guy is going to react to that. You really don't. If he finds out that you were the one that told his wife that, he's, banging a little something on the side, he might incite violence after you. Just because he's just like, you fucked up my marriage, and just because your marriage got fucked up. And it's like, nigga, you're the reason why my marriage was fucked up. What you talking about? But at the same time, it's like, he's going to look at it that way. Like, you fucked up my marriage. How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. She didn't know. Blah, blah, blah. And he could come after you, in a very violent way. And he might try to end your life because of it. And it's ass backwards, and it's weird to think that, but I guarantee that's how he's going to think in the moment. And I rather not even open that Pandora's box at all. I'd rather just leave it, say, fuck it, forget it. I'm good. I'm going to take my son and I'm going to go let you be the little hoe you want to be and do your thing, because obviously you don't want to be a wife or a mother. So that's fine. You go and do your thing, girlfriend. I'm going to go ahead and be a dad though. And I'm going to take our son and do our thing. I would get a divorce lawyer, try to get the best one you can. You ain't got to sit there and like make her look crazy or whatever, but you're going to have to do as much as you can to kind of get custody, of course. And then, you let her visit and all that kind of stuff. But I would just disassociate yourself from that and say, you know what? You do your thing. You guys have fun. You know what I mean? And it sucks and it hurts. And it's like probably the worst thing you've ever gone through. And you kind of probably feel like, fuck, I want some revenge, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it, because you're going to get that revenge. And then I guarantee you, after that revenge, it may take a day, it may take a week, it may take a month. You're going to feel regret. Like, fuck, what did I do that for? That was stupid. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that. I didn't have to do that. I just was doing that for, some momentarily, like, I guess some moment win, it don't last. You know what I mean? The satisfaction of that revenge, it doesn't last. So that's my take. You guys let me know what you think. And down in the comments, love to hear it. Okay. Am I wrong? Can you sleep with the same sex? Okay. My best friend is in a non-monogamy relationship. He is also bisexual as well. I'm putting that here for a reason. Matthew 34 has been with his partner, Alice, 29, for a good 6 years. Alice wanted to open the relationship to help with something that was bothering them. Okay. I don't know the full reason, and it's not my business either. I don't know. It kind of seemed like Alice was, she had a little something going on, or something happened, or she met somebody and was just like, ooh, wait, hold on. Before I let you clap these cheeks, let me see if I can do a little open relationship thing with my guy. And then we can do this, because that's how it happens sometimes. That's how I've noticed. There's been a lot of times on the show where they will write in, and then the person will have their partner will suggest an open relationship, and the moment they reluctantly, okay, fine, they immediately have somebody they're ready to clap. It doesn't matter if it's the guy or it's the girl. They immediately have somebody that's just ready right there. They probably be like, oh, cool. And they go see him that night. And that happens every single time. And it's always the person who asks for the open relationship. So if she's the one that's asking, yeah, she got a nigga just laying in wait. He's at home. Just, I'm ready for you. Dick in my hand. So my best friend tells me that she went on dates with many guys, but he hasn't been getting much luck. So me knowing his sexuality and type, I told him to search on Tinder, go to bars, LGBT plus friendly, and shoot your shot. 5 months later, Alice calls to yell at me for suggesting that Matthew do another guy. All right. Wow. Which I pointed out to her that you can do any guy, so why can't he? That's true. She knows he's bisexual. She just yelled at me that to not interfere with their business again, then hang up after calling me a nosy bitch. Matthew called me the next day and said that the relationship that Alice and him had was dissolving. Well, no shit, because you guys opened the fucking relationship. Like, you know what I mean? And I think it was a situation where she knew that he wasn't going to be, banging chicks like that, and that she was going to get all the benefit out of this open relationship. Like, she looks at it like, I get the relationship. He ain't going to go bang out other bitches. I'm going to be out fucking other dudes, and I still get to come home and still be in a relationship. And it's like, bro, and then if anything, I would argue that she's only in this open relationship because she don't really want to be with Matthew like that. But she doesn't want to be single either. So she wants to date, find that guy while she's in the comfort of a relationship, so that way she can go from one relationship to another. And she doesn't have to do the whole single healing thing in the middle, and I've noticed that a lot of girls do this, and it's become a lot more prevalent as I've noticed in the course of doing this show, and when people send in stuff, and a lot of times it's the guys writing shit in, and they're just like, oh, she asked for an open relationship and I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, she wants to see other guys, but she wants to be with me still. And it's just like, I don't know about all that, Matthew called me the next day and said that the relationship that Alice and him was dissolving because he found something in his male partner than he did with her. Okay. So now we are planning this divorce party. That's crazy. Oh, were they married? Because she said we're planning a divorce party. So what, did he just like man butt better? Like he got him some man booty and was just like, yo, this shit's lit. He's like, fuck women. He's like, yo, this shit's lit, bro. I guess so. I don't know. That's what it seems like. Seems like old boy was just like, hey, yo, man, butts the play, bruh. Like, I'm all about it. Like, this is my shit. I like this. So I guess so, man. I guess so. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments, but I guess so. And I know that's going to suck for Alice because she, her plan failed. She's like, fuck, he's leaving me. So now I really got to find a guy. Yeah, so hey, it's what it is. Okay, on to our next one. Girlfriend of 7 years cheated. Okay, so as the title says, my girlfriend of 7 years cheated on me, male 25, and her female 24. Well, I have been together since senior year of high school, which would be 2017 for us. I fell in love with her on the day I met her, and I love her for... Yeah, and I love for her has grown exponentially since then. We have 2 beautiful daughters, a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old. I think life has been good, but for the past 8 months or so, our relationship has gotten extremely rocky. I do one thing she doesn't like, and she threatens to leave me. This happens often, and I am in no means perfect at all. She expects certain things from me, like helping around the house and more with the kids, and I have gotten very lazy this past year, so I understood where she was coming from. Fast forward to November of this year, she starts going out with her cousins a lot more, and for context, her cousins have never liked me, so they always tell her how she can do better. So this date is December 10th, and we wake up in the morning to get our kids ready for daycare, and she tells me to change my 1-year-old's diaper, and I make a face, which wasn't right. I was just super tired and didn't feel like doing it. She gets extremely angry and tells me that we are done and sends me a long text in the middle of the day reiterating that we are done. We don't talk much the rest of the week until 2 days ago when I went through her phone and found a group chat with her and her cousins. She told them that we were done and how she was happy to leave me. That shocked me because I didn't think that she was serious, so I begged her to give me another chance, and after a long talk she says she will think about it as long as I change. Later that night, she goes downstairs, so I go through her Apple Watch and read more of the messages in the group chat, and I find that her cousins have been setting her up with a friend of theirs, and she's been talking to him a bit. I confront her, and she tells me it's nothing, and that she wouldn't talk to him anymore and block him. But I mean, at the same time, you guys are broken up at this time, though, right? That's to my understanding that you guys are broken up, and that's why the cousins set her up with this guy. I get you begged for her back, and she said that she would think about it, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, bro, so I'm kind of on her side about this one, just in the fact that it's like, look, you guys broke up. And yeah, you want to be back together, but she only said she was going to think about it. She didn't say that she was going to be with you again. I'm just saying. All right. So yesterday, we actually had a great day and we were both happy, but I was still worried about this guy, but she kept reassuring me that it was nothing and that she loved me and all she wanted to do was be with me and make our relationship work, and how she'd never hurt me. Okay. I was about to go to sleep when I saw her phone next to her while she was sleeping. So, not being able to help myself, I look at the group chat once again, and the further I scroll up, I see screenshots of her and the guy talking, and apparently when she goes to her cousin's house, he is there. And in one message, her cousin tells her to have sex with him and that they should be together. Naturally, I'm hysterical and I wake her up, and she denies it and refuses to tell me anything. She kept telling me it was nothing until I left the house to go for a drive to gather my thoughts. She calls me and begs me to come back, and when I finally do, she tells me that she will answer any questions I have, and the first thing I ask her is if she had sex with him, and she said she did. Oh no! She told me that they had sex in his car and had sex in his car this past Saturday, which was a week ago. Apparently, he ghosted her, and she knows she freaked up. So she stopped talking to him because he ghosted her. Not because she wants to make the relationship work, because he got him a little taste of that coochie and was just like piece and chicken grease. So since she got ghosted, she was like, well, this guy's begging me to have me back, so I might as well go back to him and be like, oh, I'm going to stop talking to him because I want to make things work. Nah, he pumped and dumped your bitch ass, and that's why you went back to him. Oh, apparently he ghosted her, and now she knows she messed up. I am naturally heartbroken and don't know what to do. I love her so much, and I wish this could go away. I want to give her another chance, but I'm afraid it will happen again since her cousins are always hyping her up to do bad stuff. I need advice. You gots to go, bruh. You gotta go. That's what it is, man. Gotta go, dog. That's just what it is, man. That is what it is. It's time to go. And that sucks because she's already done this once. She's not happy in this relationship. The only reason why she stopped talking to this guy is because he ghosted her. That's what it was. He pumped and dumped her. He ghosted her. She was just like, well, oh well, fuck it. You want to ghost me? That's fine. This guy's begging to have me back anyway, so I'm going to go be with him. And that's what she did. She went with him, and yeah. Damn, that fucked you over big time. Big time that fucked you over. So, yeah, bruh, you done goofed. I wouldn't even take her back, if I'm being honest with you, because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again, especially with the bad influences of her cousins. If the bad influences are cousins, 100%. 100%. They're going to be doing that shit. They're going to be egging her on and, oh, why did you go back to him? Oh, you just went back with him because, Carlos ghosted you, huh? You know what I mean? Like, don't worry. We'll find you another guy. Just stay with him until, we find you another guy. Or let's go to the club and we'll do this and that. And yeah. So it's going to happen, man. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it at all. That's me though. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Would you let her back in? Do you think she's gonna do it again if they get back together? Because as far as having sex with the dude, man, you could tell she was locked in with this other guy. She was locked in with him, and that's why she had sex with him, because she was locked in. But homeboy wasn't locked in like she was locked in, so then she had to unlock in, and she had to kind of, forcefully lock herself back in with the other guy, and I think it was a thing that she didn't even want to go back, but she just kind of looked at it like, man, I don't want to be single, like, so yeah, trash. All right, this is gonna be our last one for today. All right, our title is My FWB Has an Aversion to Cuddling. Well, I would too if I was just your friend with benefits. The fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to get my coochie and go home. I don't have to cuddle with you. I don't have to listen to your day. No. I take you to Pound Town and I go home. What the fuck are we talking about? All right. The FWB ended recently, but thinking back on it, I was a bit confused about why he never wanted to cuddle initially and didn't want to pry. When I asked him, he said it's because he didn't want the arrangement to be more than what we agreed on, friends with benefits. But in the past, I've cuddled FWBs and have been able to keep feeling separate from it. I will say he was the first ever FWB I had that taught me a lot about my body and made me reach climax, which nobody has ever done before. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm going to get my 2 pieces on that one. We did talk about our attachment styles and essentially both being avoidant, but I like affection in microdoses and wouldn't mind being cuddled. We would spend hours having in-depth convos, but he would sit at his desk and let me have the whole bed. I kind of questioned if he found me attractive, but I thought of all the times he would reiterate that I am one of the hottest girls he's ever been with, calling me beautiful, cute, etc. During intimacy. And since his stamina was insanely high, we would go 5 to 6 rounds, and he said something along the lines of his attraction to me is what keeps him going. Don't get me wrong, I'm not regretful, just a curious human. He was really smart, receptive, calm, ripped, and nerdy, and of course, I was dickmatized. Yeah, now you were in love with this guy. That's what it was. You know what I mean? That's what it was. I think with the other guys, the sex was cool and it was fine, and you would ask to cuddle and they're like, oh sure. I guarantee you maybe some of those guys, it wasn't just an FWB situation for them. For them, it was like, ooh, if I have sex with her and I cuddle her and stuff like that, then she's going to develop an attachment towards me, and then we could probably move this into a relationship. And I guarantee that's probably majority of the reason why a lot of those guys cuddled you. I think this dude, he didn't cuddle you because he loved the sex aspect and the physicalness of it, but I think he didn't really care too much for like the relationship aspect of it. He didn't really care to talk to you all that much. He didn't really care to be in that boyfriend-girlfriend dynamic with you. And I think you wanted to be in that boyfriend-girlfriend dynamic. You just kind of kept talking yourself out of it. Like, no, that's not what I wanted. But the fact that, he was the only one able to make you bust a nut, you were like, oh yeah, this one is special. And I think that's where your attachment kind of came from. And I think that's where you were just like, I think, I want this one, and I think, with him not wanting to cuddle and stuff like that, it kind of made you want him even more. And I think that's what pushed you into the, you love this guy. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, what it was. And then obviously his little words of affirmation and stuff like that kind of further incentivized you to kind of have, even more feelings and stuff like that. So I think what it was is you developed feelings for the guy, but I don't think he had feelings for you. But with the other guys, you didn't really have feelings for them, but they have feelings for you, And so I think that's definitely what it was, just in how you were acting and how you explained it and how you even talked about him. It just, yeah. Because I guarantee you wasn't saying that about the other guys. Let's be real. I guarantee you weren't saying that about the other guys. Let's be hundo P on this one. All right. But that's going to go ahead and be today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the scenarios we've gone over as well as the thread. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments down below. Again, patreon.com/MileyHasselPodcast. Get on there, man. That's $3 a month. Get you that exclusive episode every single Friday and sending in your scenarios like these people got to today and being featured on the Sunday show. Love you guys all. Support us doing the dang. I'll see you on Thursday for Haunting Adeline. And, that's it. I'm out of here. Peace.